As I stand at my helm and steer by the sky, the wild winds call to me. For the blood of a Viking ye cannot deny. King. Then the wild winds call to me, as I stand at my helm and steer by the sky. The wild winds call to me, for the blood of a Viking ye cannot deny. My lady wife weaves a wool cloak for my wearing. I carve for her combs for her soft golden hair. I bide at my hearth with the home fires burning. Content is the man cloaked with honor and care. Yet the wild winds call to me, as I stand at my helm and steer by the sky. The wild winds call to me, the blood of a Viking ye cannot deny. I worship the Christ in the kirk on the meadow. In heaven I hope for my eternity. But my father swore oaths unto Odin and Freya. Valhalla is where they vowed ever to be. For the wild winds call to me, as I stand at my helm and steer by the sky. The wild winds call to me, for the blood of a Viking ye cannot deny. For the wild winds call to me.
Go right ahead, Your Majesties.
Hello, Atlantia.
Hola, Atlantia.
So we are so glad you could join us today. We have a lot of business. And first, what we're going to do is we're going to tell you that we are socially distancing. We are within our own pods and group of how we interact as a family. And we're going to take our mask off so that you can either read our lips or hear us better, depending on what you need. And we've got some announcements and some exciting business we'd like to talk about first. I think the most important thing we have is we have been granted a variance for Crown Tourney by the Board of Directors. And Crown Tourney will be May 1st, and it's going to be held at
Elkenberg Castle,
where the WOW site is. So we are looking forward to that. We're going to put together a conference call for next Saturday. For the entrance of Crown, along with the Seneschal and the Earl Marshal and the Autocrat, where we'll talk through the particulars of the event and that sort of thing. Equally exciting, we know when Coronation is going to be. It'll be the last weekend in June. So we're starting to put a calendar together that looks like getting back together. Unfortunately for Crown, that's going to be a limited attendance. And we'll know more about the attendance for Coronation once the BOD gives us, we anticipate at the end of April, the policies for reopening in June. And we'll know more about that at that time. And we'll, of course, keep everybody appraised. Today, we've got the investiture of a new Baron and Baroness in Stierbach. We get to say thank you to some friends who have done a great job and say time to take your rest. And then we have awards and things too. I think, we've got newcomers today that we want to say.
Welcome, newcomers. I think we're having a virtual watch party, and there are many newcomers there. And I think there are probably newcomers who just turned in directly to Virtual Atlantia. So welcome. We're glad that you could join us today.
So the court will be long from a newcomer's point of view today. Realize that we do courts at a couple different levels, that a baronial court is for local awards. And as king and queen, we invest baron and baronesses to take care of the local lands that we have. And they are responsible for recognizing, shepherding, and helping people get acclimated into the society and to build the local network, which then feeds the kingdom. So they're going to have their court, and then we will have a royal court representing all of Atlantia, and many people from this area will receive awards in Stierbach, but also it'll be wider scoped also. So with that,
I believe that their excellencies, Dietrich and Saphir and Karin, have some last business to attend to.
so your excellencies, we would invite you to have court at this time, and then we have some business with you afterwards. Your excellencies, go ahead and proceed if you wish.
And got just a little bit of business I'd like to take your time with. So, with that said, so the two of you know how important you've been for us, the barony. So we thought we'd like to present you with
Oh dear.
so thank you for your service during our term. Vivats for
Vivats for Baroness of Sorrenta and Baron Valgard of Moors. Vivats!
Vivats!
Vivats! Vivats!
So we had the opportunity, while as Baron and Baroness, to install a couple of awards, and at this time, we created what we thought was missing. It's the Baron's Award of Excellence of Stierbach and the Baroness's Award of Courtesy of Stierbach. Having done that, we'd like to call for
Lady Ursa? I don't have her.
should be Karen.
No, this is Ursa.
Should have her. Should be yes.
Their Excellencies would call forth Master Colum Maxwell. For worthy deeds and generosity, we award Colum Maxwell our Baron's Excellence Award done at Defending the Gate AS 55. Baron Saphir.
It's just because Colum, you do know, because I've told you many a time how supportive you've been, how just there whenever we needed you. So we thought it would be just perfect to award you my Award of Excellence.
Vivats for Baron Colum Maxwell. Vivats! 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 Their Excellencies call before them Sir Ragnar Ribsracher. Be it known to all men that Sir Ragnar Ribsracher makes our hearts smile with shows of great love and courtesy. For his worthy deeds and perfect gentleness, do we, Corinne, Baroness of Stierbach, bring Ragnar Ribsracher into our order of courtesy done this 27th day of March, Anna Societatis 55, at our defending the gate investiture in our canton of Studentor. In witness.
Always has a smile, always. So I award you my award of excellence. Thank you so much.
Vivat for Sir Ragnar Ribsracher. Vivat. Vivat. Vivat.
Call in.
Their Excellencies call before them Lady Ursa. Our subjects filled up our barony in ways we could not alone. Ursa, both work and endless passion stand out. Beside her, I, Sophia, Baron of Stierbach, who award her the Baron's Excellence Award of Excellence, done the 27th day of March, and a Societatis 55.
Ursa, I know you really wanted to be here for this, but you've worked with us for our entire term, and it's just been wonderful since the day you sat down and said you wanted to do this at an event 4 years ago. I only thought this would be the least. Thank you.
Vivats for Lady Ursa, the newest member of the Baron's Award of Excellence. Vivat! 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 Their Excellencies call before them Lady Johanna van der Barst. Gracious behavior and courtesy are recognized in Johanna van der Barst. She has served as an exemplar to all of Stierbach, and we award her the Baroness's Award of Courtesy, defending the gate AS 55.
Johanna, you have been a header for everything. Everything that is always neat and tight and everything in its place. So definitely you got this.
Vivat for Lady Johanna van der Barst. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
As we said before, we'll be able to see all the scrolls, the scroll parade at the end. Well,
You're the business. Listen. Yes.
We'd like to call you, Lady Sarah. From the time we sat to the time we are now, we thought you deserved my award of excellence. Please.
What reward can there be for those who have given much and still have much to offer? For all we have received, we can but offer our thanks in the same spirit of excellence we continually demonstrate. Thus do I, Sophia, Baron of Stierbach, here declare, plus labores regnum recta forum, and proclaim to all present that Sarah Van Der is well deserving of the Baron's Award of Excellence, on this day, 27 March, AS 55, at the Finley Gate and Baronial Investiture.
Vivat's out. 4. 86. Vivat! 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 So, that again, thank you, Majesties, thank you, everything, Stierbach.
Herein closes the last court of Sophia and Corinne, Baron and Baroness of Stierbach. Vivat Stierbach! Vivat! 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 Vivat Atlantia! Vivat! Vivat!
My lords and ladies, draw 9 and 10, for herein opens the court of their Majesties Anton and Lynette, Hear their words.
If you would, let's take care of our business with Lord and Lady.
Their Majesties would have before them now Lord Dietrich Saphir and Lady Corinne Taylor de Cameron.
Lord Saphir and Lady Karen, you have served quite nobly as the Baron and Baroness of Stierbach. You have put yourself out, your time, your efforts, your home, and through this time of plague, you haven't stopped doing that. You've done a fabulous amount of service for the barony and because of the barony for the kingdom. So His Majesty and I would like to award you both court baronies at this time. And there is a scroll which will be read.
Draw nigh to hear the greetings of Anton and Lineage, King and Queen of Atlantia. It is our prerogative and duty as monarchs of the realm to honor those of our subjects whose noble service has been pleasing unto us with the title of Baron or Baroness of our court. This title is in addition to any rank that they may hold. Thus do we name Dietrich Saphir Zumdrach, Baron, and Corinne Taylor de Cameron, Baroness, Kingdom of Atlantia, and confer unto them the privilege of the use and display of a baronial coronet. Further, we do grant Corinne Taylor de Cameron the sole and exclusive right to bear arms with or on a domestic cat sejourn, conturnivert, official or by our hand this 27th day of March on Saturday 55 in our barony of Stierbach and are defending the gate in Baronial Investiture.
So all the scrolls will be shown at the end of court. This one's beautiful, just absolutely beautiful.
And there are coronets to be gifted unto Saphir and Karen. All right.
So before you leave, I have one more piece of business for you. Not only did you did your job as Baron and Baroness. You did what we would expect you to do. But during this time of pandemic, you also did something else. You opened up lines of communication for people. You hosted activities. And from the very start, you were part of the solution for how the kingdom would stay together and how its people would talk. We would like to also present you with 2 narwhals, one for each, for your activities in supporting the kingdom through the pandemic. Viva Vox.
For their excellencies, Baron Dietrich Saphir and Baroness Corinne, newest Baron and Baroness of the Court of Atlantia and recipients of the narwhal. Vivons! Vivons! Vivons!
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies.
Now, if you would call them.
Come now before their majesties, Lord Wolf, Nuremberg, and Lady Genef, Wuffelen.
You have a message.
Thank you, messenger.
What is it?
It's a letter from home.
From Steerbach. What does it say?
Saphir and Corinne are stepping down.
Oh.
The populace have asked us to step up in their place.
Oh. Baron and Baroness.
Finally.
Our time has come. It's a good thing we're already dressed for it.
We should hurry home.
Okay.
Go ahead, Your Majesty.
Your Excellencies, some months ago we spoke after taking a polling of the good people of Steerbach and asked you for your willingness to serve as Baron and Baroness. Are you still able and willing to perform this task on our behalf?
We are.
Very well. We shall hear your pledge to Atlantia.
The Crown of Atlantia, we pledge to provide courteous, respectful leadership, counsel, and aid to all, to be always welcoming to new faces, to strive to unite all within the barony and canton, to encourage all areas of study, to administer with justice, fairness, to advise the crown of both good and ill within their barony, and to act as voices of the crown to Steerbach's people.
By our hands in absentia, please place the coronets upon your head.
Take your seats.
For our part, we swear to uphold you in all your rightly endeavors, to stand behind you and beside you as you seek to guide the people of Steerbach, to listen to your wise counsel and to give it in return. This we so swear till death take us, the world end, or we depart the throne.
This we so swear.
Please take your seats, Your Excellencies.
And we invite you to have your first court.
Hearing open to court of what's open now. Baroness of Steerbach.
So first today we'd like to recognize the winner of the Defending the Gate ANS Challenge. We asked that scroll award blanks be submitted. The competition was organized by Mistress Amy. And I'd like to announce the winner. We're very thankful to Lady Cynthia Ann of Silver Lake and her multiple scroll blanks that she submitted. So congratulations, and a prize will be coming soon.
Their Excellencies would call before them, my Lord Ercole de Pavones.
Ercole is known throughout the barony for all of his work recently, especially during the plague, for keeping us entertained. His work with mandolin and oud, and just generally, being there for bardic and keeping us, well, in the spirit of things while this plague continues. We'd like to encourage him to continue that, and for that, we offer this.
So we award him the Silver Compass.
Silver Compass, all right. That scroll will be coming, and again, we hope to see more of what you can do, Ercole. Vivats for Ercole.
Vivats for Ercole de Pavones, the newest recipient of the Silver Compass. Vivats! 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 Their Excellencies call before them Baroness Corinne Taylor Cameron.
Baroness Corinne, this is not so much a word as it is a personal thank you for everything that you've done for us. We would not be here without you. For your kindness and your enthusiasm and the example you set as Baroness. We wish to thank you.
To all attended, hear the words of Wolf and Jeanette, Baron and Baroness of Stierbach. The populace of Stierbach have been touched by your kindness. We have been inspired by your words and deeds. We have been witness to your many acts of service, and we have been fortunate to call you friend. Let it be known that Baroness Corinne Taylor de Cameron has and will always have our gratitude for her many deeds of service to Stierbach and to the Dream. In witness whereof, put our hands on this, the 27th day of March, ANS 55, at our Defending the Gate in Sudentor. Vivats for the venue of Baroness Cameron de Taylor Cameron. Vivat! 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 Their Excellencies call before them Bruna Skola daughter.
Much like your Cole, Bruna has done quite a bit to keep us together, even though we're apart. And we wish to recognize her for her work as Minister of Arts and Science, and for all the encouragement, the live sessions that she's hosted. We cannot think that we would be the same barony without her. So we wish to award her.
We praise Bruna Skola daughter in her art and teaching of art. We award her the award of the Silver Compass, done this day, March 27th, AS 55.
Vivats?
Vivats for Bruna Skola daughter, the newest recipient of the Silver Compass. Vivat! 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 Their Excellencies call before them Baron Dietrich Saphir zum Straka.
Baron Saphir, not only having been our most recent Baron, has done incredible amounts of work for the barony, in addition to helping out whenever it's needed, being happy to go out of his way to, just generally help out anytime it's needed, really. He's also been an archery marshal and has worked extensively with the marshalling community and the archery community as well. And for that, we would like to thank him. This.
Proclaim to all that Baron Dietrich Saphir zum Drache has served the barony of Stierbach and exceeded expectations. We, Wolf and Jeanette, award his Silver Heart, Defending the Gates, and Societatis 55.
Vivat!
Vivat for Baron Saphir. Vivat!
Vivat!
Vivat! Here closes the court of Wolf and Jeanette, Baron and Baroness of Stierbach. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Let him call him in first.
Could you call on the candidate, please?
Yes, Your Majesties. Their Majesties would be attended now by Baron Valgard Alborg.
Your Excellency, last night we asked you to stand vigil to ponder the responsibilities, duties, and privileges of joining the Order of the Pelican. For the third time, I will ask you, following that vigil, are you ready to proceed and join that order?
With my whole heart, yes.
Call in the order.
Their Majesties would be attended now by the Order of the Pelican.
The Order of the Pelican, identified by certain pieces of regalia. I believe we have that regalia for you here. If we could, a cloak.
Coat.
Yep.
Morse, this coat was made by my hand for you in recognition of your service to the Society. It depicts the heraldry of the Order of the Pelican, a pelican in his piety. May she grant you the protection and care and love that you have gifted to so many others in the Society.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It is.
Put your arms in it. Thank you.
A medallion.
I was requested to make a medallion that would be time appropriate and specific to you.
Figured you have created a piece of art here that I know he will love and treasure and may never pass down. It's beautiful, sir.
Thank you, Master Sigurd.
Are you prepared with your oath?
Yes, I am. Thus I be granted the privilege and through laws and righteousness defend the oath within glad will and devotion. The soul I grant and behold to the kingdom I shall keep and conform, namely laws, customs, and franchise of the king of Atlantea's powers. I shall do on cause to be kept and in all domains and judgments true and right, in mercy and in truth, so help me.
For our part, we will stand before you in time of war. We will stand with you in time of revelry, and we will listen to you in time of counsel. This we so swear, for as long as we sit the throne, death take us, we so swear.
We so swear.
Rise, Master Morris.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We have a scroll to be read, but figured you would like to stand.
Everyone will see the scroll afterwards in the slideshow. It's rather, it's too heavy to actually bring in here right now, but we shall read the text.
As fortune favors the strong, so do we, Anton and Leonid, rulers of Atlantia by right of arms, favor our good and loyal subject, Valgard of Moors, and raise him to the title of Master of the Order of the Pelican. Let all gentles and nobles honor our subject as a peer of our realm, with all rights, privileges, insignia, precedent, and responsibilities thereof, and know that this true peer lives by the virtues of duty, honor, and faith. We confirm unto him by letters patent the right to bear a sable on a plate between 3 fions argent, a sea lion erect maintaining, with its dexter paw an arrow, inverted bendwise sinister, and within its sinister paw a skull gules, as arms to represent him within the society. Done this 27th day of March, Honor Societatis 55, at our defending the gate. Anton Linden. 4. Master Valgard of Moors, newest companion of the Order of the Pelican. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Their Majesties would be attended now by the Order of the Yugo.
Call in the order, please.
Thank you.
Oh. The candidate?
Their Majesties would see now Lord David of Steerbach.
David, it has come to us that, and the wording is particularly fine, he is a good marshal. He cares about those that he works with. We hear a lot of comments that people are marshals. We hear few comments that he is a good one, or that she is, that they're effective, and people enjoy working with them. But you not only have done a good job as a marshal, you've done the job of providing equipment, whether it be targets stationary or targets moving. You have made it possible for people to move forward with this art or science, depending on how you define it. This science of war, as I think of it. At this point in time, we would like to award you a UBO. If you could read the scroll, please.
The battle is not always won by might of arms, nor weapons keen, nor glistening mail, for fate can turn upon an arrow's flight, and so the skillful archer may prevail. The strength and skill to bend the bow of yew is forged from endless practice regimen and watchful eyes of teachers staunch and true, who raise up archers fine as e'er have been. Now, inasmuch as David of Steerbach is a man of such great prowess and renown, who freely teaches others skills of his, he well deserves rewarding by the crown. The order of the Yubo then do we, Lantia's Anton, king and lineage queen, there to admit him by this royal decree, let our good pleasure with him well be seen. To David now also do we hereby grant the sole exclusive right his arms to bear. They cannot yet be spoken heralds can't, for his design he yet has to declare. In March unto the 27th date, in Honor Societatis 55 we set our hand, in court at defending the gate, remote and suitor fair lands.
Vivat.
4. Lord David of Steerbach, newest companion of the Order of the Yugo. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Once again, thank you for your service, and please continue. You're all right, Your Majesty?
Yes. Thank you.
At your leisure.
My Lord Thorgrim Kraka, hear now the words of their Majesties.
So, Thorgrim, my understanding is that you have been doing wax casting. These castings have been used in bronze pommels. You've been forging Norse blades. You have been doing many artistic endeavors, along with doing helpings last. We saw some of that last night, yes.
Fabulous, fabulous horn he crafted last night.
Fabulous horn. It was gorgeous.
With tutelage from Master Sigurd.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, he did it. And I think it was his first casting on that around the edge of the horn. It was absolutely gorgeous. So for your artistic endeavors, and we love the fact that you're still learning and you're moving forward to master this, we would award you a coral branch today. Read the scroll.
The beauty of a kingdom lies in the hands and skill of its populace. All shall know that we, Anton and Lynyd, King and Queen of Atlantia, having heard much praise about the artistic works of Thorgrim Kraka, see fit to induct him into the Order of the Coal Branch. Furthermore, do we raise him to the ranks of nobility and award him arms to wit, Jeremy, Bert, and Argent, 3 crows rising, and a Bordor embattled sable, done on this day 27th of March, out of Societatis 55 at our Defending the Gate student tour.
Congrats.
4. Lord Thorgrim Kraka, newest recipient of the Order of the Coral Branch and noble of the Kingdom of Atlantia. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Your Grace, would you call in the order, please?
Their Majesties would see now the Order of the Golden Dolphin.
So this individual who we're about to call up has done a tremendous amount of service for his barony, for his kingdom. I think you'll all recognize when we call his name and agree. Would you do that, please?
Their Majesties would see now Baron Cormac O'Regan.
Baron Cormac, I know you're listening there in your role of IT coordinator here. You have done so much work. I know you were a landed baron, and there's a certain amount of work just associated with that, but you've gone far beyond that and have for quite some time. But even beyond that, what you have done, and it's how you've done it that makes the difference. You don't differentiate if it's a crown, if it's a peer, if it's an untitled person. You go above and beyond to help that person get what they need, and you are always so happy to do it. You are comfortable giving of yourself, and that comes across to everyone. You are a leader, and that's clear when we hear you in meetings, on the field, in baronial meetings, etc. Your service is exemplary, and we would be remiss if we did not listen to our order of the Golden Dolphin and induct you at this time.
It is unusual for us and not within our tradition to award someone who we are personally responsible for. When Count John left the kingdom, he asked me if I would foster you and take up responsibility for you. I gladly accepted this. You know this. We had many discussions about it. I break one of my oldest rules as we sit here on the crown today, and we gladly recognize you as a Golden Dolphin, because rarely have I seen someone sacrifice their self-interest in working on skills and areas that they want to be recognized for and counted amongst the great in order to do the job that their kingdom and their people need. You have done that, sir, and we are proud to recognize you. Read the scroll.
Gladdened are we, Anton and Lynyd, King and Queen of Atlantia, to have one of our populace always willing to serve, to help, no matter the task at hand. Someone always there with a helping hand and a smile to all around him, regardless of who they are, friend or newcomer. No matter the burden to him or impedance to whatever he was doing. This service is golden indeed, and people like this keep our kingdom running. Thus are we, Anton and Lynyd, monarchs of Atlantia, right-minded to induct Cormac O'Regan into our Order of the Golden Dolphin, done by our hand on this 27th day of March in the 55th year of the Society, being the 2021st year of our Lord, at this event, Defending the Gate and Steerbach Baronial Investiture, Anton Rex, Leonard Regina.
Vivat.
4, Baron Cormac, newest companion of the Order of the Golden Dolphin. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Thank you. We'll let the Golden Dolphins leave. Your Grace?
I was giving him a real amount of time.
They're quicker now.
Would Lady Sophia Dalgarukai of Ponte Alto attend their majesties?
Lady Sophia, as we prepare, hopefully, to get back into joining together and being able to see each other at events in person, we are reminded of the work that you have done through your SCA and career and contributed to the kingdom as well as your group with cleaning, cooking, serving, basically making events happen in all of the ways that are so quiet and so unassuming, but so essential. For that work and what we hope that you will now take the opportunity to teach others through leadership, we'd like to award you the opal for your service. Thank you very much. Can you read the scroll, please?
Yes, Your Majesty. Shine the light of honor on the good deeds of our worthy subject, Sophia Dalgarukai of Ponte Alto. We, Anton and Lynette, King and Queen of Atlantia, hold up this worthy gentle to all who hear these words. Great feats of hard work has she accomplished to empower the kingdom to wondrous heights. A king and queen must honor such word, and thus do we induct Sophia into our Order of the Opal. On this 27th day of March, Honor Societatis 55, while defending the gate in our student tour.
Vivat.
For Lady Sophia, newest companion of the Order of the Opal,
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Their Majesties would have now before them Noble Johanna de Bledsoe.
Noble Johanna, your art, your crafting of banners from the Ottoman Empire, your use of horsehair, and that alone would be enough to be sitting before us. But it has come to us that your decision to compete in the Callantere Arts and Science Contest, the amount of work and dedication in crafting the 4 garments, the hand sewing. We are awed by this dedication and we're awed by your work. We would like to recognize you with a coral branch this day. Could you read the scroll?
The art of our subjects brings a brilliant light of beauty to our glorious kingdom, and those who excel must be recognized. Johanna de Bledsoe has impressed us with needle and thread, warp and weft, horsehair, cloth, and more, and the beauty of her art should be acknowledged and shared with all. Therefore, we, Anton and Lynette, King and Queen of Atlantia, to induct her into our Order of the Coral Branch, done this 27th day of March, Honor Societatis 55, at student tours defending the gate. For Noble Johanna de Bledsoe, newest recipient of the Order of the Coral Branch, Vivat! Vivat!
Vivat!
Thank you very much.
Mistress Amy Sparrow, hear now the words of your King and Queen.
Mistress Amy, you are renowned and well known for your art, but that's really not why I called you in here. Would you please?
Their Majesties would have before them now the Order of the Golden Dolphin.
You should have kept them from us.
I know, we made them leave, but now they got to come back virtually. They're all coming. All right.
You're going to put on quite a show in that chair.
Mistress Amy, you have done a tremendous amount of service. You, in teaching, you have alone, I think, taught in excess of 40 classes. You teach You taught at university. You've taught at least 15 to 20 classes at university. You teach locally. You teach at Penzic. You organize teaching. You have organized competitions. And some people might say that some of that's the job of being a Laurel. But you've gone way beyond that. You're organizing so much to benefit so many others. And it doesn't matter that if it's not in your particular line of arts, you have been so generous with your time and your efforts that you've gone across the board, all arts and sciences, however people can benefit by your knowledge, your arts, and by connecting others to people they need to further their arts and their sciences. And for that, we would like to make you a member of the Order of the Golden Dolphin today.
Rich garment and adornments fair, in splendor pale when they compare, with luster of a service true, beyond what is required or due. And it is meet we recognize a meister in guilt in this wise, Amy Sparrow, whose ready hand is ever busy for our land. Therefore do we, Anton Tremaine, the king by right of skill and main, and Lynette Snowden, queen of grace, desire this meisterin to place within our golden dolphin's ranks as token of our kingdom's thanks. Done on this 27th of March, Anno Societatis 55, at our defending the gate in our ethereal court. For Meisterin Amy Sparrow, newest companion of the Order of the Golden Dolphin. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Thank you, Meister Amy.
I think while we give Ms. Grace a second to get organized there, one of the things we look for during this reign is, and we've tried to recognize, has been local service, local teaching, locally getting together. It's going to take these type of activities to help us restart and rebuild as we start to come back together. We're not ready for it yet, but we really do try, and we appreciate the recommendations from people that come in that talk about what's going on locally. It really is the strength of this kingdom is that we have so much activity going on that's from the ground roots up of the kingdom instead of waiting to be led from the top. So congratulations.
We have so many local heroes, and you guys have kept us alive this year.
Yeah. You ready, Your Grace?
I am, Your Majesties. Their Majesties would have before them now Baroness Mirren Dunn.
Baroness Mirren, last night you sat vigil to contemplate joining the Order of the Laurel. I ask you now for the third time, are you prepared to proceed along this path?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Baroness Mirren, do you have any existing obligations at this time that you need to handle?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Please do so.
For time beyond reckon, it feels you have been a student. I'd like to think that we have fostered more than just a student-teacher relationship, but one of friends. Unfortunately, I have to reclaim that which belongs to me, to leave you free to accept that which their majesties offer you. And I have no doubt, please.
Maybe.
When you take your first student, I would be happy to give this back to you so that you may give it to them.
Your Majesty, she is free.
Thank you, Mr. Serafina. Baroness Mirren, there's regalia to adorn you with this day. Oh, call the order, yes, please.
Their Majesties would be attended now by the Order of the Laurel.
I believe that there is a hood to be presented.
sure you will employ in your esteemed methods. Barrett, no? Oh.
Hold on.
Greetings. I am Baroness Aza of Sacred Stone. My friend Murin, just as our Order of the Laurel embraces you within its august company, so too does this handcrafted hood enfold you in its warmth. While you marvel at its artistry, let it remind you to share your passion of the arts with the populace. Long may you wear this as an emblem of your membership in our Order of the Laurel.
Is there a medallion?
Yes, Your Majesties. Having received my laurel in glass, it was very difficult to find one. We found it shortly after I was, well, not shortly, 2 years after I'd received my laurel. It's meant a great deal to me, as you have, and it is my honor if you will accept it. Thank you.
Baroness Murin, as you hold the medallion, are you prepared to swear your oath of fealty to Atlantia?
Yes, Your Majesty.
We will hear your words.
Have to look at them. I swear fealty to the Crown of Atlantia, to bend my efforts to the protection and illumination of the kingdom.
For our part, we shall listen to your counsel and give it in return. We shall assist you in your rightly endeavors as you move forward in the path of the laurel. We shall be a rock upon which you may lean upon in times of need and stand behind in times of war. We will be a foundation beneath your feet that you shall never falter as you walk this path. This we so swear till the world end, death take us, or we depart the throne.
Thus we so swear. Rise, mistress.
There's a scroll. If you would read it, please.
Glittering in glory on Atlantia's diadem are the jewels of beauty and value. Such a jewel is the noble and expert Murin Dunn. With skilled hands and a wise heart, she fashions an array of materials into wondrous beauty. The glory of these works reflects the good Murin Dunn's own courtesy and shining honor. Because we can do no less and because we can do no more, me, Anton and Leonard, King and Queen of Atlantia, at the urgent request of our well-beloved order, to induct Murin Dunn into our Order of the Laurel. Further do we award her the sole and exclusive right to bear, to wit, per saltire, azure, and argent, conjoined in fesc to serpent and annulo, warrant of their own tails of Bordeaux sable. Done this 27th day of March, Anno Societatis 55 at Arpent, defending the gate.
Divats.
For Mistress Murin Dunn, newest companion of the Order of the Laurel. Vivat! Vivat!
Congratulations and welcome to the Order of the Laurel.
Their Majesties would be attended now by Fiorio Rumi, Nobilis.
Fiore, there is a standard in archery, and you have achieved a step along that standard. You have had an average of 80 in royal rounds, and therefore you have earned a Bowman Elite medallion to showcase your talents. Everyone should understand that Nobles Fiore accomplished this within 10 months of taking up archery. That's quite a feat. So we look forward to you continuing, and eventually you are going to have much to teach others as they progress the archery path. Thank you so much, and please keep up your archery.
One of the things that was a commonly heard thing at one of the Penzic negotiations in the past I attended is, as go Atlantea's archers, there goes the archery point. It seems like you are a fine addition to that tradition. Vivace.
For Fiorial Rumi Nobilis, newest bowman elite in the archery community of Atlantia. Vivat! 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 Well, Your Majesties, I believe that someone thinks you've been good, because they have a gift for you.
I know, but I'm a little suspicious. To the populace, we're not sure what this entails, but it comes from one of my squires, because I believe I'm always Sir Forgall Squire, and I believe my squires will always, we have a relationship. Darren Terrain has sent these scroll cases to us, and we don't know what's in them. So we're going to see them for the first time.
They could be pieces of wood. I don't know.
So if you'll indulge us.
As we open them, very cool pins.
Please wait and open during court.
That's what we're doing.
Happy birthday, Mordred.
It says for the Herald. Okay. Linux, yeah. Okay. Oh. It's a scroll.
Wow.
This is, I believe, my county scroll. It's only been 20, it's been a while.
A few months anyway.
It's been a few months. It's beautiful. Thank you, Mistress Mordarin. It has purple. I wonder why.
That's for that.
For the Herald, it is the scroll text, I believe. Oh.
It's beautiful.
Or just show it.
I will. Getting rid of the extra.
Okay.
So, at your leisure.
Unto all throughout these lands, let it be known that we, Gelmir and Katarina, sovereign king and queen of Atlantia by right of succession, recognize our noble cousin Anton Tremaine on this day. He has served fair Atlantia as king of the realm, providing his outstanding skills within the lists in battle, like leading the army in foreign combat on the Penzic battlefield. 2, has he provided his wisdom and expertise in council and court. Thus do we style Anton Tremaine as Count of Atlantia. Further do we reaffirm his sole and exclusive right to bear the following arms by letters patent: Chequy, Argent, and Sable, a coronet, and on a chief embattled or 3 crosses Latin botany gules, and to use and display a gold coronet in battle. In witness whereas we have set our hands this 14th day of September in the 26th year of the society, being the 1991st year of our Lord, upon the coronation day of Gelmir and Katarina in our barony of Dunkerque. Gelmir Rex, Katarina Regina.
Wow. Gilmere.
First Prince and Princess. Right? It was our first reign.
Look now all and draw near to listen closely to the words presented herein. Truly is Atlantia blessed to have such gracious queens look after her as steady and unrelenting as the sea's tides. Soothing and relaxing like the waves as they kiss the shoreline, yet fiercely protective too when needed, with the same fury as a storm if invoked. We King Gelmir and Queen Katarina recognize this glory in our former queens, especially in she whom came just before us, Her gentility, courtesy, and elegance are wondrous, nay royal. Thus are we, Delmere and Katerina, dread monarchs of these fair lands, honored to recognize our Queen Mother, Lynette of Snowdon, a countess of society and of Atlantia, bestowing her this royal appearance by legislation to bear as hers and hers alone the arms, first chevron Ranny, sable and argent, and pale a crescent argent, and a lion dormant purpur, with rights to display a county coronet. The former queens of Atlantia care for the land and her people. They can be a force to be reckoned with, as fierce as a hurricane swirling in from the ocean, or as gentle as the petal of a rose caressing one's cheek. Beware which side you invoke, for it may not go well for you. We have seen both sides of our fair Lynette, and know that she is worthy to be counted amongst the roses that encircle Atlantia. Thus, it is our pleasure and honor to distinguish Countess Lynette of Snowdon as one of the beautiful blooms that adorns the circle of roses that protects these lands, and induct her as a member of the Order of the Rose. In witness whereas, we set our hands this 14th day of September in the 26th year of the Society, being the 1991st year of the Common Reckoning, upon the coronation day of Delmere and Katerina, in our barony of Dunkirk, Delmere Rex, Katerina Regina.
30 years, yeah.
That's a lead bill situation.
Queen Mother, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Darren.
Call in the order, if you would.
Their Majesties would be attended now by the Order of the Pearl.
As I look upon this order, we've received counsel that tells us it's incomplete. Her Majesty and I agree on that assessment, and if you would, call in the candidate.
Their Majesties would see now Lady Aelia Shelfaniba.
My lady, your work with Roman jewelry, your work in research and translation of ancient language, let me say clearly, go way past some of the understanding that we have here. But we do recognize the art that you bring, and we recognize the work and service you do with translation to make it accessible to other people. And for that, we would like to induct you to our most noble Order of the Pearl. If you would, read the scroll.
Our kingdom, in the midst of powerful kingdoms, suffered pestilence and wept a litany of tears. But grace and honor come to outshine our worries. Today I sing bright hope to those assembled, so you may know what gifts the waves bring forth. Hear me, sea-girt heroes, a shining pearl is ours. Lady Aelia Shelfaniba, scholar unparalleled, drops gifts like grain of sand that sift through fingers. Her brilliance, like consuming fire, glows, and comforts all who seek her gracious warmth. Master of metal, gem, and needle shining point, teacher, artist, conjurer of colors, lost to time. One who had never read a word, she gave the knowledge of script and truth. One who had never swung a mallet, she gave the tools and smithcraft lore. One who had never held a needle, she taught the stitch and pull of thread. The pleats easing lines to gather's hidden grace. Together her arts enrich the realm's own core. Atlantia's people draped in Tyrian hue and baubles gleam. Now let us sing together with one voice, how this gentle is our treasure and our jewel. Name her companion of the pearl of argent bright, and grant her arms to display for all her years. Proclaimed with sovereign voice on the spring day by Anton Rex and Lynette Regina from Steerbox walls, where gates remain secure this 27th of March, Anno Societatis 55.
Feedbacks.
4. Lady Aelia Shelfaniba, newest companion of the Order of the Pearl. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
When you're ready.
Would Lord Eoc de Board come before their Majesties?
come highly recommended from a community that isn't always out front. But the equestrian folks have reached out to us and said, this good gentle works tirelessly for us in crafting the equipment we use, in setting up the arenas which we play in, tearing them down. But I will admit that I'm taken by one of the comments that came in with the recommendation that says, he's there always with a helping hand or a wise ass joke. I must admit, this speaks to me. And it makes me think that somehow building the equestrian arena with you must be a very good time. At this point, I'd like to recommend, and we're taking the recommendations. We don't want the recommendations.
It's our own recommendation.
We're following our own advice. And award you a quintain. If you would, bail me out.
Horsemanship is a skill most prized. We, Anton and Lynette, rightful king and queen of Atlantia, recognize Ekin the Bard, for he has shown prowess and dedication to horsemanship worthy of a companion of our Order of the Quintain, done this 27th day of March, Honor Societatis 55, at our Defending the Gate. 4. Lord Ekin the Bard, newest recipient of the Order of the Quintain. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Whew. I need a break after that.
Let's have a drink.
Would Lady Kami Gusakuma please attend their majesties?
So, Lady Kami, you research and display an art that most people are not familiar with. You are well respected in your research and display of the Ryukyu culture, which is the culture of Okinawa. I personally have never known another artisan who did Okinawa. Do you, Your Majesty, that you can think of?
No, I don't think so.
I don't. Japan, yes, but Okinawa, it is on its own, and
Its own kingdom.
its own kingdom at the time. And the Ryukyu culture is very important for that area. And it is quite a feat that you have brought that to the forefront, and you educate others about the Ryukyu culture, the history. You've brought that forward into the spotlight, the history of the people, the culture, and in particularly the music. And we always love to learn, particularly about things that are uncommon and that we haven't heard of before. And this is certainly one of those areas. So for that, we would like to make you a member of the Order of the Coral Branch today.
Read the scroll.
When great joy is brought through the works of an artisan, a true king and queen must honor and give recognition to them, so all know the worth and contribution made. Kame Kushikuma for her wondrous art and induct her into our Order of the Coral Branch, done this 27th day of March, Honor Societatis 55 at our Defending of the Gate and Baronial Investiture in the Canton of Sudentor.
Vivats, please.
4. Lady Kami Gushikuma, newest recipient of the Order of the Coral Branch. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Thank you, Lady Kami.
Would Lady Marion Compton please attend their majesties?
Lady Marion, you are the Baronial Arts and Sciences Minister for Ponte Alto. And during this time of pandemic, you have really reached out to bring people into the arts and sciences community. You even go so far as to mix your modern and medieval lives, that you have used your professional Zoom account and allowed others to make use of that, so that you could have meetings and you know, artists and get-togethers and things of that nature. And that is a great boon to Atlantia during this time. There are many people who don't in their modern life utilize those tools, who are yet members of the society. So by bringing those people together and to educating them on that, so that you can further the arts and sciences goal of Atlantia and help keep Atlantia joined together as a community during this time is noteworthy. And for that, we would like to make you a member of the Order of the Opal today.
King Anton and Queen Linnet, monarchs of Atlantia, commend unto their populace their worthy subject, Lady Marian Compton. Great deeds of work has she performed for them. She has gifted her time and talent as the Minister of Arts and Sciences for Ponte Alto. Such effort must be recognized, and therefore we induct her into our Order of the Opal this 27th day of March, Honor Societatis 55, at Defending the Gate and Baronial Investiture. 4. Lady Marian Compton, newest companion of the Order of the Opal. Vivat! 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 Their Majesties would be attended now by the Order of the Pearl.
Waiting for them to come up. All right. Thank you for attending us, your Order of the Pearl. This next gentle's name will be no surprise to you, nor will it be a surprise to anyone in the kingdom, I believe. If you would call the gentle forward.
Their Majesties would be attended by Lady Yalwyn Maru, known as Ella.
Previously known as, I believe, Eleanor de la Rochelle. Is that correct? Yes.
Yes.
I keep asking, why are people changing their names? All right. So, Ella. I think most people know you. For those who don't, Ella was one of the royal bards from the previous reign, from last year. And she did a commendable job then. She has really, once again, stepped into the fray during this year of pandemic. She always has arts and sciences content that gets posted, and she's encouraging other A&S deputies to do the same. For those of you, I personally viewed it, she had a year-long experiment basically going on about dye and how the different dyes took and how they faded over time. It was fascinating. And it was on display, I think, was it last week? It was at Kingdom ANSF, I think. Anyway, it was fascinating to read through it and to see the different dye experiments and how they worked and faded over time. She's also put together documentaries. She's sponsored a reading of a Shakespeare play. And of course, she's continuing her bardic art, right? We have bardics. Many nights of the socials are also bardics, and you can find Lady Ella there. And she is a true artisan and pioneer for the bardic arts in Atlantia, and promotes that throughout the known world, actually. And so for that, we are minded to make you a member of the Order of the Pearl. Please read the scroll.
She is the
wait. There's a video for this. Sorry. If you could play the video, please.
Because the scroll is going to be read, correct?
Here we go.
She's the voice on the wind, the verse, the shop whose lyre calls us to the hearth, her stanzas shaping the land. Melodies lift and rhythms drop, she marks. Call her untangler of tongues, wrangler of sheep, spinner of yarns and tales, weaver of cloth and truth, embroiderer of silk and story, lore thane. Who is the scholar at the slate, the poet with her pen, the dyer at her vats, student's aid and drummer's muse? What more loyal friend to Cadman and Gawain? What kinder ally to the wolf and mare? Who better to be draped in shining pearls? Eowyn Maru, bard and artist, called Ella by her friends, we recognize as a companion of the Order of the Pearl, and grant her arms so blazoned. Vert, a horse passant cotorni or, between 3 lozenges argent, done by Anton Rex and Linnet Regina from Steerbox Walls, where gates remain secure, this 27th of March, Anno Societatis 55.
Vivat.
For Lady Elwyn Maru, newest companion of the Order of the Pearl. Vivat! 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 Their Majesties would have in court Lady Marguerite Henri de Chenot.
Lady Marguerite, you are one of the people that we have met during this reign, that we have a deeper understanding of the contribution that you make to the kingdom in areas that are outside our typical medieval needs. Your expertise in bringing virtual Atlantia, courts, vigils, all of the things that we do, as well as teaching how to do them forward, has been recognized. We have received recommendations from people in other kingdoms to say thank you to this lady who has helped them better understand how to do this. So at this point in time, we would like to recognize you with a fountain. If you would, Your Grace.
Service flows from worthy subjects and refreshes our kingdom. We, Anton and Leonard, rightful king and queen of Atlantia, wishing to encourage such subject, do here bestow an award of a fountain to Marguerite Honor de Chenot, done this 27th day of March, Anno Societatis 55, at our Defending the Gate and Baronial Investiture in our canton of Sudentor. For Lady Marguerite, newest recipient of the award of the fountain, Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
If you would call in the order, Your Grace.
Their Majesties would be attended now by the Order of the U-bow.
Seems appropriate sitting in Steerbox. Almost got it wrong. That we recognize so many archers in this court. And sitting in this location, it even feels more appropriate. If you could, call in the candidate.
Their Majesties would see now Lady Anastasia Iosifova.
Yosifova.
Yeah, sure. I believe you, Your Majesty.
Lady, your expertise in this has been developing. It has been recognized, and the order has called out for your inclusion. So at this point, we would love to induct you into our Order of the U-bow. Harold?
Anastasia Yosifova, the name associated with the skill and great precision of her chosen weapon. This her bow and arrow true, with surety of aim, dependability of arm. Thus we, Anton and Leonard, gift our U-bow, grant of arms, this March the 27th, AS 55, or a dolphin harient, sustaining a needle bendwise, inverted, azure, a gore gules.
Vivats.
For Lady Anastasia Yosifova, newest companion of the Order of the U-bow. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Your Grace, if you would call in the individual.
I would. Seems fitting based on your gift today.
It does, doesn't it?
Their Majesties would see now His Grace Duke Delmar Ingolfsson.
Elmer, can you hear me?
Yes.
You were our first prince. You were Her Majesty's first guard captain. She said when she selected you to me, I do not believe he will be the captain of my guard for long because I think he will win crown tourney. She was the only one that thought this, but she was right. Through the years, we have known each other and we have been friends, and I count as part of the extended family, our relationship. That has nothing to do with why I've called you in here today.
In fact, we have a cradle that you carved for us that both our daughters slept in.
Your work through the pandemic as a woodworker did not start during this pandemic. You have been crafting these skills for many years. I was shocked when we saw your work at the Two Kingdom ANSs ago, at the beginning of this reign. I was, quite honestly, I didn't know you could do that well. The work is beautiful. The artisanship that you put to it, the tools that you make to do it, and the quality of the work. There are very few woodworkers that say to you when you're looking at an ANS contest, sit on it, try it, wiggle. Let's see if it holds up. Your work's not only beautiful, it's robust. If you would, call in the order.
Their Majesties will be attended now by the Order of the Laurel.
Your Grace, you're a duke, you're a knight. You need not sit a vigil. It is our intention to induct you into this order. Will you consent?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Are there regalia?
There's a coat. Is there a coat for the candidate?
Gilmer, this cloak was made for you. Sorry. This cloak was made for you by your friends. Let it maintain you in the warmth and love with which it was made.
We have a medallion.
We do, Your Majesty. This medallion, the symbol of artistry and success, has lineage. The necklace is a Viking treasure strand that belonged to Duke Baudouin Mackenzie, as well as the medallion, which was passed to him by Duchess Melisande. So this medallion bears your history and all of the hard work that you've done. And I hope it fits. Oh, yay! There you go.
Your Grace, at this point, we'll give you the opportunity to reaffirm your oath to the kingdom.
I happen to have a sword. Your Majesties, through nearly 30 years a night, I have served Atlantia in war, come to her defense with sword, shield, and spear. I have provided counsel over such matters as I could, perhaps even when it was unlooked for, and I have served the kingdom when and where need was found. All these things I gladly continue, and to those I add these additional burdens: to champion the arts, to help show the known world that Atlantia breeds not just fearsome warriors, but also many clever and talented artisans. Finally, I will continue to discover, to learn, and to teach such arts as are within my power to master. All these things do I, Gelmer Ingolfson, swear to crown and kingdom before all those here assembled, both near and far.
As he was your champion first, I give you the honor.
Duke Gilmer, for our part, we will, and always have been, your staunch supporters and friends. We will take your counsel, even though it may be unlooked for, and we will give ours in turn. We are here to support you in your endeavors as you move forward along this laurel path, which you have shown such a mastery of. We shall be a foundation beneath your feet to keep you from faltering, and stand beside you in any travails that might happen. This we so swear, till death take us, the world end, where we depart the throne.
This we so swear. Rise, master. We have a scroll.
Now the mighty monarchs from sunny shores of Spain come sailing, check his shield before them, bearing Snowdon's fairest flower, blooming silver crowns of sealand hair, to praise their skillful herdsmen. Now call brave son of Ingol, thrice king and wise woodcrafter, shares his hard-won learning, skill with hand for shaping, chisel sharp to cut and trim, wares are cunning crafted. Long he labored, craft to master, tending trees with axe and oil, mark and measure, vetier honor, skill to make him Regent's brother. Mastery is praised by all, hailed by kin and crafty folk. Now crowned with laurel, wreath and bough, gold rings given mighty Gelmir. Mark his skill and learning, by royal hands were given, that none may gainsay later. Thus it is done by our royal hands. So say the mighty King Anton Germain and graceful Queen Mary of Snowdon, monarch of the mighty kingdom of Atlantia, at defending the gate in the canton of Sudentor, done on the 27th day of March, Anno Societatis 55.
Thank you, your grace.
Congratulations.
Evats.
For his grace, Duke Gelmer Ingolfson, master of the laurel. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
So Atlantia, we're going to take a pause, and we're going to allow the scrolls to be presented to you in a format that will allow everyone to see them, to look at the great work that our artisans have done, both through illumination as well as the calligraphy. We will capture the scrolls from the baronial courts earlier. So sit back, relax, enjoy the artwork, and then we'll have some closing words for you shortly after that. Thank you, Atlantia.
didn't show them all, did they?
So Atlantia, we had a long day. A lot of great people that we got to say thank you to. A lot of recognition for hard work through the years, as well as people who have done work over the last few months that we needed to certainly say thank you for, and please ask them to keep going.
And thank you to the Canton of Sudentor for hosting us today.
And our staff that's behind the scenes that's making all of this possible. I won't name them all, but for as far as I'm concerned, the principal ones that we know are up front was with Sophia and with Cormac and with Colette, that's who I was going
Karen.
with. And Karen, yes. And then the folks doing the signing. I don't know the names. I'm sorry. I missed that earlier, but everything makes for a better experience for everyone, and we want to say thank you for that. Our next court is...
Our next royal court will be April 10th.
Will we do one that's not royal?
It is, oh, well, no. Well, we might if we have a baronial with it. We won't do it, but...
Yeah.
Now you got me confused. Oh, it's Valencia Court.
Yep.
Valencia Court at Castel de Zativa. And it is April 10th. And it is not a very long court.
No.
It's not like today's. It's shorter.
So cheers, Atlantia. Have a great rest of your Saturday and good weekend. And thanks very much. Can you close court, Your Grace?
There being no further business, herein closes the court of their regal majesties, Anton and Leonard, King and Queen of Atlantia. For Anton and Leonard, vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Hooty-hoo.
Adios.
I've a story to tell you about blue and gold, woven of kindness and memories bold. 'Twas a gift that was given by a generous heart, this beautiful doublet of wearable art. For a man just beginning his journey of steel, learning to fight with both honor and zeal, another a teacher to him did come, and to him the student became like a son. To him he passed on the doublet he wore, and bade him to take up the journey once more. Fight for the true, the good and the right, and remember his lessons when held in his sight. This fighter so brave and true has passed on, but his name will remain the good Caledon. And the student now barren with his barrenness true continued to fight in the gold and the blue. A new fighter beginning her journey of steel, learning to fight with both honor and zeal, another more than a piece of armor this be. 'Tis protection and memory, a true legacy of giving a gift to those who inspire nobility, honor, courage, and fire. Keep now this doublet of blue and of gold, and unto it always both treasure and hold. Keep it until you can impart to the one who inspires your generous heart. So pauses the story about blue and gold. Never 'tis over, for there's more to be told. 'Tis a gift that continues, a legacy passed on, embodied in cloth and memory of Caledon, remembering always the good Caledon.